Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Women's Day conference. Our next speaker is Miriam Laundry. Miriam, it's so great to have you with us.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Our pleasure. We are so excited to have you. Miriam Laundry is a best-selling author and educational speaker. You have books, you speak in schools, you're an author with HCI, and we are just so excited to have you. And I love so many of your books are all around that empowerment message, right? Tell us a little bit about your books.
Sure. Well, it started off with I Can Believe in Myself, which is actually my first book and my last book. Let me just explain. I first self-published I Can Believe in Myself in 2013, and it has recently come out again, this time picked up by a traditional publisher, brand new illustrations. I have it right here. New illustrations, same message, and then self-esteem building exercises at the back of the book.
Awesome. We love that. Thank you for holding that up. And I think we're giving one of those away to some lucky winner today. So hold it up one more time. Somebody at the end of the day is going to win Miriam's book, I Can Believe in Myself. So thank you for having that book up there for us. Fantastic.
And I think two winners are also going to receive book bundles from Miriam. So she's going to give away all, I think, five also. So we can do
That's
like
right.
that.
That's right.
Will you sign those for us?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Yes.
That's something special when you get a hardback children's book and it's signed by the author. I just love that. I've got with having kids and everything. Don't you just love that?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you say?
So we're here on Women's Day. She was agreeing with you and I'm interrupting you. So here we go.
Okay.
We're here on Women's Day talking about celebrating and being proud of ourselves, especially as women, because we often do things and we maybe don't take the time to celebrate or be proud because we're humble, because we're busy, because we put the kids first or whatever it is. So we want to hear from you. Tell us about a moment when you were proud of yourself. And then what did you do to celebrate?
Okay. I can think of two quick things. And one of them was 2 weeks ago when the book was released. And this was really a full circle moment for me. So I shared a little bit that it was first self-published. And it just brought me back to where I was in 2012 when I decided that I was going to be an author and I wanted to impact the lives of children. I was sitting at a Jack Canfield seminar. I was very lost. I had just lost my niece to suicide. I had just had a baby. So it was just, I was feeling all those emotions. And I sat there and I just thought, wow, all these things he's teaching are so wonderful. We were learning about taking 100% responsibility for our lives, setting goals, finding our purpose, all these things. And I just kept thinking, I really want to teach this to my children when I go home. So on that flight home is when I wrote the first draft to the first I Can Believe in Myself. So bringing it back to 2 weeks ago when the book is now being picked up by a traditional publisher and re-released, that was a moment for me that I really wanted to remember. We're in the middle of COVID, of course, we all are, but we were in the middle of a lockdown 2 weeks ago where I live in Canada. So I bought champagne and I ordered food in and I celebrated with my kids. Mm-hmm. The other thing that was really big, and it all happened on the same day, was that so now I help other aspiring authors put out their books, write their books, self-publish their children's books. And it all kind of came to that day where I got some more clients and I really had a lot to celebrate that day.
Gotta hold that book up one more time, please.
Yes, yeah.
It's amazing.
That's a big, beautiful I Can from Miriam herself. And I love that you took the time to order in and champagne and share that and show that to your kids and be like, yes, we need to celebrate this, because that's one thing we are all about, is taking the time to really celebrate and cherish those moments, right? And let yourself feel that, be proud, and let yourself really be like, I did a great job. And so we love hearing that from you. So thank you for sharing.
So that book has a bold, brave you moment with it. Do you want to talk about that? As I hold up our Be Brave, Be Bold, Be You mug, and how you got the book written and so forth. Because I heard you maybe talk to Jack Canfield, maybe.
Oh, yes. Well, I think the brave, bold, everything about this whole journey for me has been that I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know how to do it. And I felt so scared. And I was, I doubted myself a lot at the beginning, throughout, the thoughts of, who am I to do something like this? What are people going to say? All those limiting thoughts that we have, they were very real for me. So just just understanding that, well, who am I not to do it, right? And if God put this in my heart, I'm supposed to do something with this. So just getting over that, I would say that was very bold for me.
Yes.
I would say I have been a pretty quiet person my whole life. Now I have found my voice, but that was a bold moment. It was bold when I emailed Jack Canfield. He's the Chicken Soup for the Soul author. And I had a brand new book. This was The Big Bad Bully. And I said, I've learned all of these things going to your seminars. I really would like to impact a lot of children. So I'd like you to be my co-author for this book. That was scary. That was a moment of a lot of prayers. And, what's the worst he could say? No. And then I'm in the same situation that I was before I sent the email. So that was bold, and it worked out.
Yes, long story short, he is the co-author of you on that and this, and you guys are this amazing partnership. And as another Canadian author, I just have to say, yeah, I'm so proud of you too. It's amazing. So speaking of that, we're here on Women's Day. Can you tell us about a woman who has inspired you in your life?
Oh, so many women have inspired me. I want to talk about my grandmother as the first person that comes to mind. And she's passed now, but my family's from Bolivia. Both my parents are from Bolivia. So anytime I would go, I would just feel like she was a strong woman, very, very humble. She had a restaurant, and she would work so hard, wake up so early and cook and, do all of those things. But she was somebody that definitely put, faith into me and spoke about, being able to do whatever it was that I wanted to do. So I'm going to give that to my grandmother right now.
Beautiful. I love that.
And then we love asking this question to everybody. What does Women's Day mean to you?
To me, it means it's understanding all of the things that women do that go unnoticed. All of the things that we do as women, as mothers, as people in this world and I feel like a lot of times it goes unnoticed. This morning, I'll just share another proud moment for me. Actually, was this weekend. I was putting together a newsletter to go out to my followers for today, for International Women's Day, and I thought, well, I'm going to showcase all of the women that work in my team. And I had 6 women, and I was just so proud to be able to build this company with other women. Of course, we have 2 guys, but the 6 of us really work really well together. And just being able to showcase them was a very proud moment. I don't know why I didn't share that earlier, but that I would say was one of the biggest things. I have 2 teenage girls, a 16 and a 17-year-old, and those are the kind of things I want to talk to them about. I showed them the newsletter. Like, these are all the great and amazing things that we can do. I want to share also a quick little story about my daughter. She was 14, and we were talking about having children. And she said to me, I'm not going to have children when I grow up. And I said, well, why would you say that? And her response is what changed everything for me. She said, well, I don't want to give up on my dreams. And you have. No, I asked her, well, why would you say that? And she said, well, isn't that what you have done? And I'll say that during that time I was on a sabbatical. I took 1.5 years off because I felt like with 4 kids, everything was so busy, and sports and everything else. So I took time off. But as soon as she said that, guess what I did the next week? I just started working harder. I want to be that example to her and show her that, yes, you can have a successful family life and also have a successful business. So that's what it means to me, being an example to other women.
Oh, beautiful. And I think that we are in this unique time where you really can choose that. You really can choose a little bit of family, a little bit of career, a happy blend of both. And I think that we've talked about this with other women, Elizabeth and I, this morning, and just how we now are those role models showing our next generation, our daughters and our nieces, and saying, listen, there's a way to do it, but you got to choose your own path, whatever that is, but just know that there are many ways to choose how to live your life. So I love that. Thank you for sharing.
And to wrap things up, we have one more question for you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's probably the biggest question. It's about how do you tell us about a moment that you feel that you're your incredible best, or a tip to help others be their incredible best, either one, or a moment where you feel like you're at your incredible best?
Yeah, I say that for me, I feel like I'm my best when I'm learning and I'm growing. Like I really love to learn and go to seminars or courses or be involved in masterminds where I am with other people, but I'm also growing. Because from that, so much goodness has come. So if I think back to all the moments where I've been super happy in my life, of course, I love my family and all of that, but it's being in courses, learning and growing. That's what I'll say on that.
Thank you. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I don't want to end. I don't want to.
I know. This is such a jam-packed day.
Back and be like, oh, Miriam, how are you?
I love it. I love what you're both doing. I have to say, showcasing women today is beautiful. So I'm going to be watching some of your other interviews.
Well, I hope you'll be a regular, because I just really, check in, every so often and be on the show with us or do something, because it's just really lovely to know you and speak with you and learn what you're doing. So maybe in closing here, Chris, should we have her hold the book up and we'll throw some glitter?
Yes, we always throw imaginary glitter. Hold the book up again.
I was hold two there.
Both books, fantastic. And for our ladies chiming in and watching, we want to hear from you something that you should or could or want to celebrate about yourself, but think about the little things too. We've talked about some big things, getting published, partnering with Jack Canfield, all of the things that Miriam has accomplished, but sometimes it's just that you got all the kids' lunches packed on time and you got everyone to school. And sometimes it's just that you brushed your teeth and put deodorant on the same day. So we are talking about big celebratory things. We want you to share that, but let's on this video comment in some of the smaller things that you need to celebrate today. Your socks matched, boom, 10 points, whatever it is. So that's just a little bit of fun.
The socks I have on right now.
So not 10 points, but 10 points for having socks on. So let's celebrate some of those little things. And thank you again, Miriam. We're going to end the video by throwing up that glitter and wishing everyone a great day.
Well,
Elizabeth and I will see you soon. Bye, Miriam.
Thank you, Miriam.
Bye.